back to the happiness at hand. Where the flip are we? Gold pack. Oh, we're talking to a dude. That's it. We're talking to a dude. Actually, I'm going to fix something real quick, because I think this will look better if I get even more out of the way. Yeah, let's get more out of the way. Production value increase. Okay, so I think we're talking to this dude to... Oh, that's right. We're talking to him so that we can get passage for some people out of the Get-Up. A dwarf sits before a generous and curious spread, steam mussels arranged in concentric circles, rounds of flatbread stacked in a neat tower, and melon slices in even triangles. Sounds like when I'm eating Skittles. Yet his attention is focused on the 4 cups and the bottle in front of him. He has the cups arranged in an almost perfect square around the bottle, but as you look on, he leans down to adjust one. The others with him wait quietly and observe the ritual. Oh, I am not... look, I'm like this guy. I'm not going to move a cup. I'm just going to wait. Holding his breath, he takes the bottle and measures an equal serving of wine into the cups, making 3 or 4 passes over each. His companions look on with practiced patience.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face.
I agree with Adair. At last, the bottle is empty, and he places it in the exact center of the square. He picks it up and puts it down in the same spot twice more before he's satisfied.
I don't see what Sedusa was fussing about. Nothing wrong with being tidy.
Aloth leans close to you, then turns back to observe.
Cheers.
They all take their cups and drink deeply. At last, the leader turns to you. Okay, so he was giving everybody, all of his friends, all of his workers, an even amount. That's nice.
What do you require?
Oh, we don't have... What is this, bluff? Yeah, we're not a bluffer this game. Unfortunate. I hear you bought passage on Captain Seduzo's ship.
Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement.
He sips the wine. What would it take for you to cede your spots on Seduzo's ship?
Out of the question. We're due in Takoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance.
He sips from his cup and immediately runs a folded handkerchief around the rim. Wow, he is just so prim, proper, and clean, and I can't decide if I like him yet or not.
And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent.
He shivers with dread. I'd like to make you an... I want to make you an offer so we can get these spots on the ship to get some of these people out of here. I wonder if we fish into the options, if we'll be given some new information. So what brought you to the Deadfire?
We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company to defend one of their most valuable properties.
He glows with pride.
If you're looking for work, I hardly recommend them. They pay well, and they pay on time.
He raises his cup, and his companions do likewise. I would have, but all the other areas of the town were locked. Seraphin leans nearer to you, grinning.
Consistency in the shipping lanes. Good for types mercantile, but better for types piratical.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
Did you say something?
Just admiring your spread, my lad. Nothing better after a meal than a ripe pair of melons.
I'm glad I can use that now. I'll make you an offer for your berths on Seduzo's ship.
A gold-packed knight is bound by his contract, and ours binds us to make all possible haste to Takoa.
He squirms and set his cup down in the exact middle of a water stain, lining up the base up with the edges.
Booking passage on another ship on such short notice would be most expensive.
Oh, if we were an actual if we had a paladin that was a gold-packed knight, we could talk to him again. What if I can pay you enough to book passage on another ship? He looks up from fidgeting with his cup long enough to give you a doubtful frown.
All ships leaving for Rawatai are laden with luminous adra and other rare goods. Mercenaries, even of our skill, do not rate so highly.
1,200 copper? I don't know how much we have right now. I'll think about it. I don't know if the gold pack knights are worth doing this one, but I'll see. Have pity. I am helping a woman and her children seek a better life.
Look around. The Deadfire is filled with misery, to say nothing of the gullet.
He turns the cup so that the crack along the side faces away from him.
Folks like you ain't helping. Have a heart. Or is it already dead in your chest?
With a sneer, Shodi rattles her lantern, raising it as if she could suck the soul from his still-living body.
I have oaths to keep. Perhaps that means little to you, but I am bound by them.
He turns from Shodi to you.
What better life do you imagine for them in Rawatai? They will only trade one misery for another.
You'll probably be able to get food at least.
Besides, I have a contract to fulfill.
Okay. Farewell. I want to check my money. How am I looking for money? That's literally all the money we have. Also, I want to look to see if this pistol's better than what he's using. Pistol one-handed, 1 second cast. That's a long reload time. Holy cow. It's 2 extra. I know it does about 5 more damage. Penetration's higher. The accuracy's a lot higher. Oh, wow. Because it's a fine one, but it takes so much longer to hit. I'm gonna keep what I got. I wasn't sure for a while, but where's this horn? Ivory Warhorn used to signal allies of an enemy attack. When did we get that? Yeah, Seraphin's not wearing that anymore. I have him in the back, so it doesn't matter. No. But do I want to give up my entire money stash? I kind of...
So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
I wonder if that could be a hex you could put on. That'd be great. You know what? I'll do it.
Require?
I'm going to see if I can't...
A gold-packed knight is booking passage on...
I can pay.
All ships leaving for Rawatai are late.
He freezes, staring at the coins. After a moment, he divides them into 4 even stacks and nods. I hope I don't regret that. Hopefully we'll get so into the game where 1200's like nothing.
So it does. Consider our business concluded.
You get the other gold pack knights, file out. All right, cool. So now we can get it. We can get the people out of here with the basically it's like an orphanage. Get them out of here so they can get some food. And did we steal all their stuff? I think we did. Now we are doing more of a chaotic good, but we're still being good. And if I can help, I'm going to help. Just feels right. Now, is the music super quiet for you guys, too? I can barely hear it. Maybe it's because we're upstairs? It's because we're upstairs. So let's talk to that one lady again. Or dude. Seduzo.
What is your business with me?
Orin won't be traveling with you anymore. She eyes you suspiciously. The soldier with her shrugs.
That is convenient for you. But never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it.
It's not trouble. We just want you to take the
Berths are paid
kids.
for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me.
She glances from side to side, checking to make sure no one's listening.
Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
Deliver the news to Biha. Nice. I'm sure she doesn't know the way to Delver's Row, which is like the black market, but cool. So let's go talk to Biha and give her the good news. What is this?
Let's not stand too close to that.
Ooh, hot wind, redolent of vomit, and what? And mold wafts from the hole. Wafts. Ugh. Okay, so that was our good deed of the day. I'm okay with my good deed of the day. And also, I was listening to a few of the videos earlier. Sky, if you're still in here, how loud is my voice compared to the game? A man saunters over to you with a jagged smile. He's got a long, crooked scar on his forearm, and he's rolled his sleeve up to flaunt it.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life.
He brandishes a knife. One of his companions grins wickedly enough to show you all his missing teeth. Streetwise. By the way they're all gathered around you, leaving their backs exposed tells you they haven't been here long either. Ooh, I like that. And because we have, I'm glad we're getting streetwise. We're not getting intimidate or bluff. And what is this? If we were a death godlike, we could probably intimidate him. I love that there's all these different ways we can deal with things. You're newer than I am, which means you're poaching an enemy on someone else's territory.
Told you.
One of the others punches the leader's shoulder. The thugs look at one another and exchange a few panicked whispers.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
He smiles, backing away. Yeah, run away. They hurry off and disappear back into the crowd. Dude, Streetwise is cool. Streetwise, we're gonna get, I think we're getting, is Persuasion even one of the options? But I think we are getting that. Anyway, we want to tell, is this Biha? Biha. Do we want to try and get to Delver's Row before we go down and try and help the dude who was lowered down there? I think we need money first, so we'll go down there first.
Like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
Did you know Batara was working for criminals?
Of course not. He worked on the docks, I'm sure of it.
Her face flushes with shock, as you say.
The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep.
I spoke with Captain Seduzo about passage out of Nekataka.
What say, then?
Well, she agreed to take you all. She is momentarily speechless. Her eyes fill with tears, she drops the reeds and she brushes them away.
Sometimes, Cap, you remind me of serving with Romaro, back on a sorcerer. More than halfway to heartwarming.
He beams, his hands on his hips and chest forward. Yeah, that does feel pretty good.
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
Cool. He picks up the two infants, or she picks up the two infants and hurries the others out the door. Major positive gained with the gullet. Yeah, that felt pretty good. Nice. And they're off to a better life. And we got 2,700 experience for that. Definitely worth it. That's like double our coins in experience.
Does it ever trouble you, being so far removed from the rest of your order?
You've caught the eye of someone important.
Okay, I think that was like banter that was supposed to happen, and then this scheduled thing. A cloaked figure sidles up to you, hidden behind a raspy whisper and a long, drooping hood.
If you're interested in making good pay, and a good friend, head to the Narrows at the western end of the gullet.
I guess we'll do that first.
Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again, as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail.
Her teeth flash under her hood.
Tell them Dario sent for you. and remember your manners.
You gonna call me heretical too?
Oh, that's
course
cool.
not.
So like, that's how we
I'm
find our way
terribly
to the
sorry.
gullet. Well, I guess we'll
didn't
go there
mean to
first.
pry.
I didn't mean to jump on you. I'm just used to being called names.
It's all right. I understand the feeling.
Yeah, the cloak messenger just did that to us. Cool. Yeah, because nobody else really knew how to get here. So we go right and then left. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. Lovely. A long passage stretches to your left and right. Shadows move in the guttering torchlight, but they're nothing more than shapes at this distance. The chatter and bustle of the gullet continues behind you. Go right. You trudge along the darkened passage and reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off to the right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. Go right. The tunnel branches to the left. The floor around the entrance is spattered with something as thick and dark as tar. It looks like Speff. Go left. A handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over their chests. One of them spits a vicious black glob at your feet. He rolls a dark plug between his teeth. Better head back, friend. It's invitation only past here. Dario sent a messenger for me. The guards nod and let you pass, chomping loudly over mouthfuls of Speff. Ugh. At the end of the passage is a stately door crafted of polished mahogany. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. That smells amazing in my head. Whatever's beyond the door is likely far more elegant than anything else you've seen near the gullet. Enter the hideout. Cool. We're in the black market. Hi, Thug. You never saw us here. Roger that, Thug. Oh, that's stealing? Dagnabbit. Cutthroat, bruiser, thug. Is this stealing? That's everything's stealing. Dude, I wonder how fun it would be to just go through this entire game and just kill everything so we could steal. Sorcerer, thug, bruiser, healer. You must be a Dario? A thin, long-limbed man holds a handkerchief in one hand and a threaded needle in the other. As you approach, he settles his handiwork aside, and you see an elaborate goldwork pattern embroidered around the edge, the same pattern that adorns his brilliant tunic. You also notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser legs that runs up from hip to ankle. Okay. If you don't read this last part, you just notice a strange bulk beneath the thin fabric of his trouser legs. I'm glad they ended that.
The hero of the Reparu visits me at last.
Hey, because we did that nice thing, we have a good, standing with them. So cool.
You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
It looks really nice here, dude. He leans forward with a squeak of leather and a rattle of metal. You see something protruding above his boots, the bottom of a leg brace.
Ahoy there, Dario. Been a tick or two, I ain't seen hide nor hair of your scurvy arse since I were on the Sorcerer.
With a deep bow, Seraphin smiles. The expression doesn't quite reach his eyes.
I have been busy, as have you and your new friend, no? But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have
Black
extended
Market.
the invitation sooner.
He knows all. He's one of those guys that just knows things. If I had known you had such a fancy place, I would have invited myself. He shakes with laughter, rattling his braces.
I am thinking we could be grand friends, you and I. You cannot have too many friends in Nekataka.
Dario bears his perfect, even teeth and a smile. As long as he's not dealing in like a slave trade or something, these types of people are good to know. But as soon as I find out they're dealing in like hard drugs, human trafficking, killing people for fun that don't deserve it, then no. So far, I can't tell. He just seems like a mafia boss.
Real refreshing, him not asking for anything in return.
And I need only a favor. An insignificant thing for a watcher like you. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me.
He flutters his slender hands in a way that resembles a bird taking flight. Oh, and if we were honest, we would just say we're not stealing anything. But since we have Streetwise, I want to use it. We don't have Streetwise or Side, but there's 4 parts are pregnant. Most people of your standing like to handle their acquisitions themselves.
Alas, none of my people are watchers, and you will see things they cannot.
So is this person dead?
Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace.
He pauses, tenting his fingers. We couldn't go anywhere in Nekataka but here.
The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district.
I'm going to assume it now opened up that option.
With your genteel manners and unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano.
That's cool. Again, I love
After all,
the mechanics of this game are
best
awesome.
to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with elaborate decoration on his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank.
Could we find it if we help that dude who went down?
Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
And because I've been stacking insight, you don't mean valuable in the monetary sense. He coughs into his hands to hide his fluster. We get to play with this.
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
Now we need money, so we're probably going to do it.
What do you require?
Who the heck is Mad Marina? I need to speak with Mad Marina?
Patience. First, you must bring me the Cornet of Waves.
What happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle.
He smiles cryptically.
Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
The Principe seems divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics.
He makes a face as if he's just smelled something awful.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principe, a people united by common interest and culture.
Does that mean the Principe are really only divided because there's one person who wants to rule it and there's already one person who rules it? Or are they literally trying to do 2 different things at once? We don't know enough. When we get out of here, we're going to go over and talk to that other dude on that island for whatever we did the first part of the game.
Has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
His long fingers stray to his shining swollenet? S-U-O Swollenet. Oh, it's a symbol. Okay. That's simply probably the symbol he has on his person. So it's not an actual thing. It's a name for a the thing on his, like an emblem. Okay.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
I'm gonna listen.
But we need them still. The new bloods are principy too now. And many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
Yeah, this is kind of like a long standing thing with all organizations. Do they accept the new ideas coming in from the new generation, or do they just stick with what they're used to? Let's just go to the gullet. So, like, they have the traditions of doing it this way all the time and it works. And new people are coming in trying to innovate it. And then the old people don't agree with what the new people are doing. I really think they just need to find a balance. It's going to be like that with technology. And how a lot of businesses do business. It's actually how a lot of games are being done too. Because right now the money is not in making these types of games. The money is in mobile games. Unfortunately. Can I take any more? Oh, we're probably full on repair supplies. That's good. Okay, let's make sure our setup's good. Okay, I like our setup. Am I using...
Yes?
I'm using a bow. Let's... I like how accurate that is. But I want the reach. So we're going to have these three kind of be melee. We have all of our...
I hope you know what you're doing.
We have all of our AI on. And so far everything is working great. A rickety metal cage swings over an abyss. Your clothes bellow with a foul wind from below, and faint screams and roars echo from the depths. Still, you can make out no details from this distance. We're going down. You step into the jouncing cage. The door slams shut, and your descent begins with a rattle of chains. As your eyes adjust to the gloom, you begin to make out crumbling ruins and shadows flickering between them. The cage comes to rest with a groan. Very nice. I don't know if this is going to be like explore and fight or just explore, but I want to get some more fighting in. With some loot, so let's save it. Just in case, let's go stealth. Ugh. So these are where all the bodies fall. I don't see that one dude. That's good. Kind of want to go away from the dead bodies just in case. What is this? The bones are warm to the touch. A dead-eye poison. I need to get into the habit of using this. Give it to me, and I will equip it. Well, let's give you. Let's make you. I kind of want to make you look like Vax's portrait, but I also kind of wanted to look like more like me. I think we'll just stick with me. That makes me so sad. 143 left. Warm to the touch seems a little bad. Whoa. Is that a torch? What is this? Essence battery? What is an essence battery? Activates Essence Blast. Did we get any debuffs from that? I don't see any. Oh, block doesn't completely resist, it's just 30% resist. Plus 25% recovery time. That's fine. I always thought it was a full block. It's not. Am I giving him random stuff? Right? It's supposed to be going to Potion of Spirit Shield. Okay. I'm glad we get to explore again. Sigil of Night. Wait, what? Curse of Nightmares? That sounds bad. -2 resolve for 30 seconds when damaged? Can that get... Can I put that away?